Top 30 snacks that don't exist anymore.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're
Fucking
counting
Watch
down our picks
Mojo,
for
dude.
the
I haven't
best
heard a Watch
snacks that have
Mojo
sadly
video in
been
a long
discontinued.
time.
New swoops from Hershey's.
What the fuck?
Number 30, Squeeze It. Unless you're in the United Kingdom, you can no longer get your hands on
Chicken
Squeeze-Its.
bake.
And even then, these aren't 100% the same ones you knew and loved in North America.
And don't just drink a squeeze it, you squeeze it.
That's a shame because these things are the very definition of childhood nostalgia. This fruit-flavored juice was made by General Mills and came in a unique plastic bottle
Get
that
on
you
the
had to
game.
squeeze to drink.
Check this out.
Ah, yeah.
There's nothing really fancy about the juice itself,
Ah,
but
yeah,
the bottles
Sunny
were
D.
a fun novelty for kids, and the bright colors certainly drew eyeballs.
Oh,
Squeeze It was a
dude.
staple of the 80s and 90s.
I've never
and
had
it
one of them, I don't
periodically
think.
appeared in stores throughout the early 21st century.
Something like
they
that, but I
haven't
never
been
had the
around
fucking
since
shit where it changes
2012.
colors. I'd have pissed myself if I seen it when I was a kid. I'd have been hype.
Number 29, Smucker's Snack and Waffles. Smucker's is a huge company, but not all of their products are home runs. Case in point, the very short-lived Snack and Waffles.
Brand new from Smucker's, it's the Smucker's Snack and Waffles.
These were your basic frozen waffles, only they came with pre-sweetened flavors like blueberry and maple, so that you didn't need to use syrup. The tagline told you all you needed to know. Ready to eat, already sweet.
There's a ton of chocolate chips in here, and it's like gooey chocolate chips.
They were first released in 2011,
I mean, that shit
but
sounds pretty good to
discontinued
me,
just 1 year
shit.
later owing to poor demand. Luckily, the nostalgic among you are in luck as a company called Arlington Valley Farms has taken on the mantle and released their own version of a snack and waffles. Number 28, Heinz Easy Squirt. Look, we love innovation
is
as much
this?
as the next person, but
This a
come on,
Easy Squirt
purple
bottle?
ketchup? What were they thinking?
Good mythical morning.
Ingredients say Heinz tomato ketchup and then coloring.
Every kid who grew up in the early 2000s surely remembers Heinz Easy Squirt, which was basically just ketchup, but, you know, green, purple, and a few other non-conventional ketchup colors.
Ugh.
The condiment came in plastic bottles that were easy to squeeze, and the
Not a
fun
big
colors
fan of
were a huge
ketchup,
draw for children
let
who
alone
didn't want to
green
use boring
ketchup.
old red ketchup. But like all novelties, the fun quickly wore off. That and countries were beginning to clamp down on foods with artificial dyes, which certainly did not help. The problems coalesced, and the ketchup was discontinued in 2006.
Heinz Easy Squirt. It's fun for your food.
Number 27, Starburst Hard Candy. Starburst is one of the biggest names in the candy biz, going strong since 1960 and drawing intense debate among fans. Are you a sweet pink person or a tangy yellow? Is red the greatest candy ever created, or do you throw them in the trash? All these questions and more were raised with the hard candy, which was
What the
basically
fuck
just
is a hard
Starbursts,
candy?
but,
Am I
well,
tripping? Isn't Starburst technically already a hard candy?
hard.
Try these. Starburst hard candy.
All the flavors were here, including a mysterious white one that some say tasted like pineapple, but may have been apple. Unfortunately, many people love
Oh,
the
I guess
soft,
Starbursts
chewy
are
texture of
chewy.
Starbursts. So
Those
the hard
fuckers look
candy
like
suffered
marbles.
and sales never sparked. It was quietly discontinued in the early 2000s.
Need a boost? Give it some juice.
Number 26, Sun Chips Sweet and Spicy Barbecue. Not
What?
every flavor can be a winner. Sun Chips were introduced back in 1991.
That flavor
and made
sounds
big
good. Why
waves
the
with
hell
their
would they
intense,
discontinue that
powerful
one?
flavors like French onion and the standard favorite Harvest Cheddar.
There's nothing
Oh,
quite
dude,
like
Harvest
that
Cheddar
delicious
Sun Chips,
French
bro.
taste.
Back in 2013, Frito-Lay introduced a new flavor called Sweet and Spicy Barbecue that garnered a small but devoted fan base.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, it was a little too small, and the new flavor was eventually taken off store shelves by around the mid-2000s. It is now impossible to find, and the flavor has been removed from the official lineup on the Sun Chips website.
I love these chips. They're amazing.
Number 25, Nestle Treasures. One of the biggest conglomerates in the world, Nestle has certainly made its fair share of chocolate.
Dude, some of these chocolates I wasn't even fucking born for. Like, I wasn't even born for this shit. And I'm 20 years old and I still wasn't born for this bullshit.
But not all of their products were winners, like Nestle Treasures, a fun little chocolate with a gooey center. These small candies came individually wrapped and contained a rich, viscous center with flavors like peanut butter, caramel, and coconut.
They're new, and they're definitely women's domain.
Number 24, Ben & Jerry's Tennessee Mud. The 80s were wild. It was a time when
Tennessee
unsupervised children
mud.
rode rampant on their bikes and you could buy ice cream infused with booze.
You slip me a bottle of bourbon, a little glass, and some ice.
Unfortunately, the demand for Tennessee mud was just not there, and it was discontinued after 1 year. It is now in the company's flavor graveyard, with the brilliant epitaph,
They got a flavor graveyard? That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
"The bottle is empty, the cup and the glass. Mud with Jack Daniels was not meant to last." Number 23, Dannon Sprinklins. It's amazing what some companies think of.
What is these, like some Dippin'
Dannon
Dots?
is a yogurt giant. Kids like sprinkles in their yogurt. So Dannon thought, why not combine the two? That's how we got Dannon Sprinklins, which was just yogurt that came with a packet of sprinkles.
A surprise in every cup.
The
Yeah, and then a yogurt brand just finessed. Now they just got the M&Ms and the Oreo ones.
sprinkles added a nice dash of color for kids, and they would eventually blend into the yogurt. Unfortunately, the little candies were not enough of a draw to entice potential buyers, and the product was discontinued in the early 2000s. Luckily, sprinkles still exist, so you can easily make this yourself at home.
Dannon Sprinklins, the only yogurt snack with a sprinkles pack.
Number 22, Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. You never know what goes into candy, like maltitol. Do you know what that is? Well, it was inside Haribo's sugar-free gummy bears up until the mid-2010s, when a media blitz caused the company to discontinue the candy for good.
That was the first swallow. They say it takes about 45 minutes to kick in.
So maltitol is a compound that is often used as a sugar alternative in food, containing up to 90% of sucrose's sweetness. Unfortunately, it is also a known laxative. You see where this is going. People who ate those sugar-free gummy bears experienced, to put it bluntly, roaring farts and explosive bowel movements.
These gummy bears just really turn.
Dude, I think even if I ate normal gummy bears, I think my stomach would still hurt like a motherfucker. I used to eat them shits and I'd be like, dude, I ate too many of them shits. My stomach. Anything gummy, dude, your stomach is fucked. Straight up.
Into a nightmare.
About the only good to come out of this candy were the resulting Amazon reviews, which come highly recommended if you need a good laugh. Number 21, Guacamole Doritos. The commonplace nacho cheese Doritos have been around since 1972, yet the company is still experimenting with different flavors.
We've got another climber on aisle 73.
In 2003, they
What
tried their
the
hand at
fuck?
guacamole. The logic is impeccable. Guacamole is Mexican and is often paired with various baked and fried goodies. It should have been a slam dunk, but it was more of an airball.
The bold hit of guacamole and hint of lime. You just got
Dude, if they would have actually fucking got a good ass flavor, this shit probably would have been top tier. Because guacamole is gas. And with the chip that's already in the chip, come on.
try.
Come
For whatever
on,
reason,
baby.
the chip did not land with consumers, and the flavor lasted just 3 years before it was taken off shelves in 2006. Some online petitions have tried bringing them back, but to no avail. Yet. Number 20, Butterfinger BBs. For years, Bart Simpson warned us that nobody better lay a finger on his Butterfinger.
You won't mind if I take a bite of his crispity, crunchity peanut.
I do not like Butterfingers. I ain't gonna lie, that's like the one chocolate that I really do not fuck with is Butterfinger. Like, I don't like eating them shits. Not a fan. Butterfinger hater. Say it, I don't say it, I don't give a fuck. Butterfingers.
I told you, Homer. Nobody better lay a finger on
C
my
tier
Butterfinger.
chocolate.
But when it comes to Butterfinger
I don't even know.
BBs,
In
no
C tier
one's
would
been
even be
able to lay a
fucking.
finger on them since 2006.
I'd put
Not
Butterfinger in
even
the same
Buttman
as like
himself.
fucking.
The candy, which is basically a little
Oh, what are them
version of the
bitches
chocolate
called?
bar, had a good run beginning
Oh,
in
I'm trying to blank. But you'll eat booty and not Butterfinger. As tier. Hey man, Butterfinger. I'd put Butterfinger on like the same as like what is them chocolates, dude? The chocolate balls. Chocolate balls candy. Whoppers, bro. I'd put Butterfingers next to Whoppers, dude. And I fucking hate Whoppers. Whoppers. Whopper. Yeah, Whoppers, man. Fuck them things. I'd almost pick any other candy besides like a fucking Whopper, a Butterfinger, a Crunch Bar, dude.
But for some reason, we're not sure why, in 2006 they were done.
That's bullshit, because the Cadbury eggs have a cream inside, dude. The Whoppers, I don't like that dry bread in the middle, dude. Whatever the fuck they got in them fucking, in the Whoppers. The Cadbury eggs, dude, the chocolate that are on the Cadbury eggs and the cream. Oh, dude, the Cadbury egg cream.
3 years later, they introduced Butterfinger Bites in an attempt to win back fans. And while some surely appreciated
But you take all the
new
bread
bite-size
away.
option,
Yeah, and see, if a Whopper was just chocolate and not that whatever's in the inside, I'd probably liked it. But because of that wafer, whatever's in the inside, dude, not
for
a fan.
others, they'll just never be as good.
I don't
as
like that
Wheaties.
wafer bread that's in the inside of that
Let's
shit.
say you have 15 Butterfinger BBs, and I take 5 of them. What do you have left? One less, sister.
Number 19, Pizza Spins.
The
Pizza
fuck is
is
that?
one of
Pizza
the most
Spins?
popular foods in the world. And along with real pizza, folks have always had an affinity for pizza-flavored snack items as well. And that isn't just a modern-day thing either. This was also the case back in the 1960s and 70s when General Mills introduced their little wagon wheel-shaped bites of pizza deliciousness called Pizza Spins.
Pizza. They took this pizza taste and turned it into a crunchy, munchy, mouth-sized snack.
According to the General Mills website, they use tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, peppers, and pizza spices, quote, to give Pizza Spins an authentic Italian pizza
That fucker
taste.
doesn't have
And
any
it must have
sauce
worked,
on it.
because although discontinued in 1975, people are still talking about them today.
Can humans resist pizza spins?
They don't even have any fucking sauce on them.
18, Doodads. Who doesn't love a mixed snack bag? Well, from the 60s through the 90s, and maybe even into the 2000s, one such
Isn't that literally
yummy
just trail
combination
mix,
involved
bro?
toasted peanuts, pretzels, rice squares, wheat squares, and cheese tidbit crackers.
They're copying Chex Mix.
But we call it doodads.
But we always call them doodads around Christmas. We always make these and we give them as gifts.
Kind of sounds like Chex Mix, doesn't it? But it most definitely is not. It's Doodads from Nabisco, and for decades it was a very popular snack mix. Then come the 90s, and it wasn't as popular anymore. And Doodads became Boo-Dads, because people who loved them were sad to see them go. Awful dad joke aside, if you want to see what all the fuss was about, you could try making your own Doodads mix at home. Number 17, Pizzeria's Pizza Chips. While most of us probably associate the Keebler Elves
Fuck is with all this pizza
back
shit?
in 1991, those cute little guys took some fresh pizza dough and cooked up the Pizzeria's Pizza Chips.
Come on down and taste something new. Right, Uncle Ernie? In your dreams. Pizza! Bizarric, man! Chips!
New pizzerias!
The chips made their debut with 3 flavors: cheese pizza, pizza supreme, and zesty pepperoni. And they
Zesty
were an
pepperoni.
instant hit. However, by the end of the decade, the Keebler Company had been sold and the pizzerias were discontinued.
Allow me, boys. Pizzerias! Taste like real pizza!
Dude, the aura
Hasn't
that
stopped
Keebler
fans of
man
the chips
had.
from
Holy
trying to bring them
fuck.
back, though. As of the end of 2021, a couple of Bring Back Pizzeria's Chips Facebook groups were sporting over 7,000 followers. Number 16, Hershey's Kissables. Now, don't worry, Hershey's Kisses still exist and aren't going anywhere. No, here we're talking about...
Dude, I just had some brownie flavored Hershey Kisses, bro. So fucking good. Oh my god. Brownie flavored Hershey Kisses, and I think I had some Cinnamon Toast Crunch ones, dude. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Hershey Kisses, dude. I don't even like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's a hot take, but I don't really like that shit. No, Hershey Kisses were still gas.
Kissables, which, if you don't remember, were basically Hershey's Kisses with a candy coating. If you're thinking it sounds like a bigger kiss-shaped M&M and sounds delicious, it was, and it was.
Kissable, blissable, laughable, dissable, inable, laudable, eatable, treatable.
You missed that shit too. I was too young for that
So
shit.
why did they go away in 2009, just 4
Mm.
years after they
Oh,
launched?
yeah, I was
That's
only like
because
4.
in 2007, the Hershey Company made some cost-cutting moves that included replacing the cocoa butter with cheaper fats in some of their candies, including Kissables. People noticed, and they did not like it. Sales dropped, and that was the end of Kissables. Number 15, Hostess Choco Bliss. Take 2 layers of chocolate cake, sandwich a layer of chocolate cream in between, top it off with chocolate icing, and there you have the aptly named
Holy
Choco Bliss.
fuck.
Check that
It's
super
me.
chocolatey icing.
Awesome! Ooh!
Hey,
Kiss
with
me,
chocolatey
kiss me,
cream
kiss me.
inside.
Billed as a chocolate lover's dream, these Hostess snack cakes were a
That
lunchbox
is too
favorite of
fucking
many
sweet,
80s
dude. And it
kids.
came in a 2-pack.
They sound like they'd be a favorite
Holy
of ours today as
fuck.
well had they not been discontinued decades ago.
That looks way too sweet.
1, 2, 3. I'm relaxed to see. New
Choco Bliss from Hostess. Watch out.
We don't know why Hostess gave up on them, but we do know there are online forums filled with commenters lamenting the fact that they can no longer get their hands
Looks
on
like a
this bliss
zinger.
from their childhood. Number 14, Oreo Sippers. As we make the
What
move
the
to try and save
fuck
our
is
planet,
that?
more and more countries are putting in place bans on plastics. Most notably plastic bags and plastic straws.
Oreo
Two of the
Sipper?
largest recycling facilities in the U.S. said its machines don't always catch straws. So they end up in the trash and
You knew what
eventually
these
in
were?
landfills.
And while we wholeheartedly support such bans, we also don't always love the paper straws that some restaurants now use. But you know what's better than paper? Oreos. But you can't make a straw out of an Oreo. Yes, you can, and they did. They were called Oreo Sippers, and
Oh,
they were
dude.
awesome.
I actually do remember these fucking things, bro. Oh, man.
Because not only were they
Yeah.
a straw,
I think I
but they
only
were
had the
also
original ones. I didn't have the
delicious.
vanilla ones, but them
Is
originals,
there
bro.
anything more eco-friendly than actually eating your utensil? Come on, Oreo,
Oh.
bring them back for the sake of our planet. Number 13.
I think I used to just
Altoid
eat them
sours.
bitches. Oh, hell yeah, dude. And fucking, man. They were good with milk or just raw, but just raw.
Is there
no
anything
homo.
more eco-friendly than
Eat them bitches,
actually
you don't even need
eating your
milk.
utensil? Come on, Oreo, bring them back for the sake of our planet. Number 13. Altoid sours. Altoids and those awesome
what the
reusable
fuck?
tin containers are a staple in many of our purses and bags and car consoles. But as good as the regular Curiously Strong mints are, we miss the Curiously Sour ones. Was it a pleasant experience popping them in your mouth? Maybe not. But that was the point. It said sour on the tin, and unlike other so-called sour candies, Altoid sours lived up to the billing.
So how did you like that?
I like that one. I like it a lot.
People love Altoid sours. Will
That's
you?
W
But unfortunately,
advertising.
not enough people wanted that sour, face-puckering experience, and according to a representative from the Mars Corporation, quote, they were discontinued due to low national demand. However, if you are truly desperate, you may still be able to find unopened tins on eBay for the wallet-puckering price of up to $525.
Remember, use caution when experimenting with
Probably
Altoid
expired as
citrus
fuck on
sours.
Altoids.
Number
Probably don't
12,
expire for like 50
Pringles
years.
sticks. We all know that with Pringles chips, once you pop, you can't stop. But back in the
Dude, I remember having these. I know I had these because I remember having these pizza ones, dude. Oh, dude, this is bringing me back, bro.
2000s and early 2010s, Pringles also gave us sticks.
Yeah, I had the pizza ones, dude.
Cracker sticks.
Why the
with a
fuck did they stop
one-of-a-kind
making these
taste.
fucking things, dude?
Once we had sticks, we couldn't quit. Okay, so maybe we need to work on our tagline game.
I
but
bet you that
does
honey
not take
mustard one
away
was
from
probably
how
good too. I
these
mean,
sticks were.
honey butter. I thought that was honey mustard. I don't know what that would
Especially
be,
the
but
honey
that
butter
pizza
and
one, I know that pizza
cheese-flavored
one was good.
ones.
Crunchy. Whoa, this one's real good. I can taste the honey.
However, while the sticks had
But
a
he's
loyal
fucking
fan
eating
base,
my ear.
as Pringles posted on their Twitter account back in 2020, quote, Pringles sticks were discontinued in this sector of the universe due to lower demand. Number 11, Jell-O 123. If you aren't already jealous of kids who grew up in the 80s and 90s, here's one more reason to be. Or should we say 1, 2, and 3 more reasons. Jell-O 123 was a magical dessert that, like classic Jell-O, came in one packet. However, unlike the OG Jell-O, the 123 version would split into 3 layers during the 3-hour wait time.
What could compete with a dessert that actually forms 3 layers right?
Another hot take, dude. I don't really fuck with Jell-O. All that shit ever does is give me a stomach ache. That's all I can say. It's like almost pointless for me to eat Jell-O. I don't even really like the flavor. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but I don't like the fucking. It's always in my stomach. I feel like just sitting there. I feel like I'm eating
One
plastic.
of the problems with the product was that making it wasn't as easy as 123. Getting the 3 layers just right required a blender and the introduction of both boiling and cold water at precise speeds and times.
They wanted
Jell-O
kids to cook
123
this shit. These motherfuckers were picking their nose and they wanted these motherfuckers to be boiling water and cold water at the same time. Yeah.
Was
Dude, I
discontinued
swear. They
in
literally have shit in their
1996.
pants and you wanted them to boil water?
Absolutely love, easy to make, and you can also substitute your
Whose ass is
Jell-O
doing
gelatin
that?
product that you'd like.
Number 10, PB Crisps.
It began with a nut and a bolt that shook his top hat with a jolt.
I don't know what
Crisp
these
an idea
are.
for a munch.
You just know a snack is missed when there are groups on multiple platforms asking for their return. PB Crisps were one such snack. A small graham that looked like a little peanut, but filled with huge flavor.
With graham cookie outside for crunch. Inside the center so sweet. Peanut butter cream. Oh, a treat.
That's because inside there was some delicious peanut butter filling, while PB&J Crisps added jelly, and chocolate crisps were filled with...
I don't know what the fuck these peanuts are called. I don't know what the hell, but like the peanuts you find in like baseball games and shit. But I like those fucking peanuts, dude. Those are some gas peanuts. I just don't know if I could get behind biting into one of them, and then there's peanut butter in there.
Sweetness and nuttiness that made us crave PB Crisps back in the mid-90s. And we would do just about anything to have them back.
PB Crisp, PB Crisp, PB Crisp. The sweet taste that is destined for fame.
Number 9. Jell-O Pudding Pops.
Jell-O brand pudding pops, made with the goodness of real Jell-O.
Imitation may be the sincerest form of flattery.
I don't know how I'm feeling about that Jell-O pudding. I mean, I don't know what the fuck. I'm pretty sure pudding is not Jell-O, so.
It isn't as if frozen pudding on a stick has gone away.
I like
it's more
pudding.
that the trademarked brand and that trademarked taste is no more.
You rich, creamy tasting
Jell-O Pudding Pops were a summertime staple throughout the 1980s and beyond. A creamy and indulgent frozen treat. The OG Pudding Pops were lost after General Foods sold the name to Popsicle, which used their own flavoring and production methods. The good news is that you can technically make these at home if you buy the Jell-O molds, some milk, and a little bit of nostalgia.
Jell-O brand pudding pops. All the goodness of real Jell-O pudding made with milk, so you know it's wholesome.
Or you could just go to the fucking store and buy some fucking pudding pops yourself. I don't know why I always gotta make shit homemade. Fuck some people. The fuck is this? Boppers?
Trust us when we tell you that you have not lived unless you've had peanut butter boppers in your mouth.
Boppers.
This crispy, creamy, and utterly delicious
That's
snack
a W-ass name,
sinful
Boppers.
in its ridiculous indulgence.
The Boppers.
The snack was from the Nature Valley Company.
I don't think I ever had these. W-ass marketing though. Holy fuck, look at this logo and shit, dude. If I was a kid, holy shit, I'd piss myself to get
Which
some of them.
Today
some
is more closely
boppers.
associated with healthy-ish granola snacks. There was nothing remotely health conscious about peanut butter boppers, however. Unless we're counting the protein in the peanut butter.
Peanut butter boppers. It's creamy peanut butter, a crispy coating, and a whole lot more.
Regardless, this creamy PB center was smooth and velvety in texture. A mouthfeel that clashed in the best way possible with those crispy crunchies on the outside. Seriously, someone find us some peanut butter boppers.
Peanut butter boppers.
Peanut butter boppers. Bopper, bopper, bopper.
Number 7. Flintstones Push-Up Pops. Push-Up Pops were around in the 80s and
I feel like I can
around
remember
today.
these fucking things.
But they were at their most popular and, according to many, their yummiest from 1990 to 1996, when they were branded as Flintstones Push-Up Pops.
I swear I remember these. If not these ones, there was some type of push-up pops. I remember the Flintstone vitamins, dude. I used to fucking hate them. The Flintstone vitamin, my dad would damn near hold me at gunpoint to make me eat them fucking chalked ass fucking things, dude. Flintstone vitamins. Them shits tasted like I was looking at a chalkboard. No bueno, man.
Something about that modern Stone Age family made pushing frozen treats out of a cardboard tube so much better and that much more yabba dabba delicious. Flavors like Lime Rock Lime and Bedrock Berry were just as good as their puns.
It takes a dinosaur to bring you a taste this big. Fruity Flintstone sherbet and creamy cool vanilla.
And they even had a Pebbles push-ups line that added Nerds candies to the frozen goodness. Number 6. PB Max.
It don't stand for piggy banks, platinum blonde, pink baboon.
Let's face it, candy bars come and go, most without much fanfare. There are some serious calls for the return of the PB Max, however. A Mars candy creation that really was something else. The final form of PB Max wasn't just peanut butter and chocolate, but a delicious cookie topped with PB and then covered in sweet chocolate heaven.
PB means peanut butter, real peanut butter.
There's just too many copies, bro. This is literally just like a Reese's peanut butter cup bar. Dang, I never had it, so I can't say that.
About the PB
seems just like a Reese's peanut butter cup bar.
Actually sold really well.
Reese's
However,
Puff, Reese's
the Mars family
Puffs.
was twisted.
Here we go.
It may seem as if there's a new flavor of Cheetos available every week, So you'd be forgiven if you didn't notice that Cheetos Twisted no longer exist.
New Twisted Cheetos snacks.
These curly Q-shaped Cheeto snacks were thicker, meaning more of that finger-staining cheese dust.
Hell no, they're the fucking Cheeto Puffs but twists. I thought they would like be like crunchy ones but twist, like the Frito twists. Those are good. I can bank some of
Coat
them.
your fingers. They also arrived armed with that patented
I don't know exactly
Cheetos
what flavor
Crunch,
it's called, but
and
there's
were
something
available
chili.
from around 2002 to
Fritos
2012.
Twists.
But all good things must eventually come to an end. The Cheetos folks discontinued their Twisted brand, but never fear because the company is bound to create something similar down the line.
Deliciously twisted, dangerously cheesy.
Number 4, Yogos.
Kellogg's Yogos just
Oh my god.
flavor. Part fruity flavor, part yogurty coating. New watermelon splash flavor.
Bro, I used to bang these bitches. Oh my god. I used to bang these motherfuckers like my life depended on it when I was a kid. This just brought me back.
Parents will often do just
Holy
about anything to get their
fuck.
kids to eat healthy. But even the busiest folks have their limits. Yogos weren't trying to masquerade as healthy fruit or yogurt, but instead were sugary, fruit-flavored snacks with a yogurt coating on top. They were an acquired taste, to say the least, but millennials were on that taste back when they were kids, as Yogos seemed to be on top between 2005 and
Dude,
the
I used
beginning
to
of the
bang
2010s.
these bitches.
On the Yogo.
Chewy, sweet, sour, and available in varieties of berry flavors, Yogos were perhaps too unique for this world, and burned so bright that they could never be brought back.
Ah, what a blast!
They
Just
should have
like
been,
you.
dude.
Go, Gorilla Mix. Seriously rough stuff.
Number 3, Philadelphia Cheesecake Snack Bars.
Ooh, Philly snack bars.
Hey, ever think to yourself, I've been good. Why shouldn't I have cheesecake for a snack?
I don't really, I don't know. I'm not a big cheesecake guy. I've had some, but
This is heaven.
No? It was just us?
ooh, I definitely
Now,
just shit
I have no
myself.
regrets about devouring
Fuck
this
cheesecake,
indulgent
that's
snack
what I gotta
from the
think about
Philadelphia
it.
people. Small, snack-sized cheesecake squares available to eat any hour of the day. You want the graham cracker bottom?
Yeah, that fucking
You get
definitely
the graham
smells
cracker
right.
bottom. You want sweet icing and fruit laced over that thick cheesecake deliciousness? Shut the front door and eat these slices of heaven in private, because we guarantee you're gonna have a moment. We can only hope and pray that the next time we stroll by our grocer's freezer, this classic snack will be staring back at us.
Treat yourself to the rich and creamy cheesecake taste of
Creamed
Philadelphia
up
snack
like a
bars.
toaster strudel.
They're a little taste of heaven.
Number 2.
I left that bitch looking like a toaster strudel, just know that.
Hershey's Bites. The Hershey's company has so many delicious snacks under their belt, it's easy to forget that there's also plenty of forgotten classics. Hershey's Swoops were one, but the penultimate spot on our list goes to the much-missed Hershey's Bites. No, not the candy bites, but this even crunchier and more snackable concoction that came in a variety of flavors.
Hey, look who just showed up.
I do not
Introducing
remember
new
these
Kit Kat
shits.
and Heath Bites.
You get the feeling everyone is staring at us?
What? Is my bag open?
Rolos, Kit Kats, peppermint patties, and more were all shrunk down and packaged.
Dude, if your favorite candy's a peppermint patty, dude, you got issues. I don't give a fuck. Your favorite candy's a peppermint patty, you got issues, man. Truly.
In a size
Them
that was
shits-
perfectly geared for guzzling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they posed a choking hazard for some, and most of the line was discontinued. However,
Like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Motherfucker, I'll give you $5 to never ask me again about a Klondike bar. Fuck Klondike bars. Fuck peppermint
Hershey's
patties.
website does say that limited flavors can be purchased
That
direct,
shit is ass.
but don't go scouring store shelves for this one. Keebler Magic Middles.
An idea that will change the cookie world forever. Melted chocolatey middles in the cookies. Too late, we just did it. New Keebler Magic Middles.
If there were ever a snack cookie king, this was the one. They magically concocted the recipe for the perfect treat.
Caught him smuggling melted chocolatey filling out of your factory.
Tree.
Pretty clever. He hid it inside this chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, you mean Keebler Magic Middles.
The shortbread wasn't too sweet and held its integrity against that chocolatey or peanut buttery flavor core that burst onto your taste buds with the force of a fudgy freight train. Oh, and if you warmed these bad boys in the microwave for a few seconds, absolute heaven. We're not sure if we can go all the way to the top of the Keebler elf hierarchy for some answers, but we are desperate for magic middles to be made available again.
New magic middles from Keebler.
Genius, pure genius. Do you miss these delicious treats? Let us know in the comments
Dude,
below.
I missed them Yall goals, bro. Them Yall goals where he W fucking did, man. The nostalgia was there.